Aloha and welcome to another episode of our inventory here at Utah RVZZ, home of huge savings. This is the marketing guru Kona, and today we are looking at a 2010 Dutchmen Grand Junction 340RL. If that sounds like a mouthful, it's because it is, but as we take a look inside, you'll see why, because she fancy. As we take a look at the front, a number of things I'd like to point out. It might not seem like much, but you don't always see this on all of the fifth wheels. A reflector for that extra step of safety as you're hauling, getting connected, and so on. Also, as we take a look below, you'll notice that she is generator prepped. I suppose maybe I should keep it gender neutral since it is an inanimate object. But it is generator prepped and ready for whatever connection you guys are ready to give her. Give it! All right, backing up. We'll go ahead and sweep around onto the left side. Here you'll notice 3 of the 4 slide outs. And as we get into this unit, I'm actually quite excited because it is very nice. But this unit, this slide out, is to the king size bed that we'll be taking a look at inside of the master bedroom. This middle slide out here is to the kitchen, which has a nice L-shaped peninsula that we'll be seeing here in a little bit. This final one here goes into the main living space. And then that sexy looking gentleman is Petey. He does not come with the unit, but he's a technician. Wave to us, Petey. Hi. All right, moving on. This unit was clearly meant to be lived in, or if you're traveling, not meant to be shared. And this main big window here, you'll notice, will give us an idea that people didn't want to share space. They wanted fantastic views and fantastic living space. So the outside views from inside of the main living area is quite nice. And this brings us to the final and biggest, the 4th of the slide outs, which also goes to the main living space. Before getting all the way inside, a couple things that we do like to point out. Just about all units will have some sort of undercarriage storage, but not all units have been as well maintained as the ones that we get. For those of you who aren't aware, RVs actually has a long history in the service sector. And so with that in mind, we have spent years, in fact decades, taking care of these units before we ever sold them. So I always like to point these things out because if you're going to buy a used unit, it's a little extra reassuring that you're getting them from the hands of people who know what they are looking for. And this will take us inside. Before doing so, let's take a look at the awning, the speakers, other standard features that you'll see on units of this type. Electric awning. Thank you, Joe. Alrighty, let's head inside. We are immediately greeted by this fantastic kitchen. Something that I've started to notice in a lot of the kitchen furnishings is how dark the wood is. But something that I like is this has a very natural sort of, let me see here, tone to it. So when we step inside, it does not feel dark. It does not feel dungeony. It is actually quite inviting and helps lighten the space up quite a bit. Here's that L-shaped peninsula I had mentioned. And unlike some of the other units, that is not laminate. That is actually a real hard material, perfect for all of your prepping and cooking needs. Otherwise, your standard features that you'll see in many units of microwave, although this one is particularly big. That's nice. 3-burner stove and oven. And then also for you fancy people, you'll notice that this double door unit, don't mind the chatter in the background. How dare you, Joe? But this double door unit is, Joe, is this about 6?
It should be about an 8.
About an 8 cubic foot fridge with trim to match the cabinets. And that's nice because you don't see that in all of these. Moving on to the main living space, we will note here that we have an expandable dining room table, complete with a set of 4 chairs. And that's Joe doing finger puppets there in the window. Coming over here, we have this quite luxurious couch. Unlike most couches in fifth wheels, this does not fold out to a bed, and that's because clearly this was meant to be enjoyed for the owners. So it is extra cushy, extra comfortable. Take my word for it, I actually tried it out, and I was very compelled to not get out of the seat. We also have a very healthy amount of storage space up above the couch, and this brings us to that fascinating view. Well, I mean, if there wasn't a bus there, it might look prettier, but this really nice wide window that we have here in the main living space, complete with 2 reclinable chairs. Now that's cute. You can fall asleep in a recliner holding hands. Aww. And then to the right of the recliner chairs, we have the main entertainment center. And when I say entertainment, I mean entertainment. That is, gosh, it looks like about a 40-inch unit, complete with space for all of your consoles and other things there, electric fireplace, and then stereo and DVD unit here. Something I do also like as well is that we've included a workspace, a professional space for those of you writing, typing, working on the internet, and so forth. It's nice to have your own little nook where you can complete your work. And we'll now go ahead and take a tour towards the back of the unit. Now, before we get into the master bedroom, a few things I'd like to point out. One of which is kind of a few cute touches. We have a magazine rack right down here. So as much as you could tell that nobody wanted others to spend the night in this unit with you, we did want them to be entertained when they were visiting. We also have some nice clothing hooks there, as well as a whiteboard, or I guess blackboard in this case, but good for markers and other erasables. And then this is a cork board for all of your shopping lists, selfie pics, so on and so forth. As we continue towards the master bedroom, I do like to point out this main closet right off of the entrance. And for those of you who have looked at a number of fifth wheels, a feature that I really like is that in this main closet is where the washer and dryer plugins are. As nice as it can be to have the plugins in some of the master bedrooms, it really makes the closets in the master bedrooms very tight and sometimes difficult to properly store things. So it is nice that the washer dryer plugins are in the main closet in the living space so that you can maximize all of your storage for yourself in the master. Alrighty. As we make our way to the master bedroom, I'd like to point out the fan settings for terminal as well as the thermostat. And then across from that, we have our main switchboard. Okay. And now we move on to the juicy part. I don't know. How would I say? Piece of resistance? I don't know. Anyways, the best part, the master bedroom. And we step up and are first greeted by this fantastic king-size bed. And if that's not quite the level of comfort you'd like in a king-size bed, say you want something thicker, there is clearly more than enough space to accommodate a wider mattress or thicker mattress. This is one of those slide outs that we had mentioned right here. Again, quite healthy sized because it's specifically for the bed itself. And this is an east-west bed position, which is quite nice because it allows quite a bit of walking space around the unit. Just to the left of the master bed, we do have the corner shower unit. And I'm very much a fan of these because with their design, they maximize space extremely efficiently so that just about anyone, including myself, can fit inside. As we close up here, you'll notice the attention to detail with things like these brass coverings, the storage space, and then even this washcloth rack that you guys need in there. And then to all you ladies, we all know how creepy the husbands can be trying to watch a shower and whatnot. And so in case you don't want to be giving a show while you're doing your duty, there is a collapsible door here, or shade I should say, that will separate a view from the master bed into the shower. Personally, I don't see why you would use it though. All right. Also, we have a separate toilet area so that in case somebody needs to shower and somebody else needs to use the facilities, that is possible. And then in addition to that, we have a fan in case the bean song becomes a little too enthusiastic. All right. Those barking spiders when you're camping, can't help it. All right.
Show them that even though this is a single air conditioner, it is pre-wired for a second.
All right. Oh yeah, I see that. Okay. So just like Joe said, this is a single AC unit, but despite that, it is set up for a secondary unit at any point in time. And if that's something that you customers would like, we would love the opportunity to take care of that for you. It's something that we can easily do. Across from the master bed, we do have the sink and mirror. The reflection of the gentleman does not come with that, sorry to everybody. We also have the entertainment center here in the master bedroom, your main dresser, and then your closet space and cabinets. Apparently I'm about to be hauled away with the forklift. We don't want that. All right, customers, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to have shown you this unit. Again, this is the 2010 Dutchmen Grand Junction 340 RL. For any questions or comments, or even if you just like this video, feel free to contact us at utahRVZZ.com. That is www.utahRVZZ.com, home of huge savings. Feel free to either contact myself, Kona, or our primary salesman, Joe, at 435-627-1995. Thanks and aloha.